Okay, suppose you have class intervals like this. Okay, now I'm going to start because it's time now. Suppose these are the class intervals, 25 to 30. Your frequency, say 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now to calculate arithmetic mean in this case, look at these are the classes and these are exclusive type classes. By exclusive type classes we mean we will not include the upper limit but other numbers are included. For example, in this class 5 to 10, 5 is included, 6 is included, 7, 8, 9, 9.1, 9.2 up to 9.999. All those numbers are included in this class, but 10 is not included. Once you get a number 10, you have to go in the second class, 10 to 15. Similarly, in this case also, 10 to 15, 10 to 15, 10 is included, 11, 12, 13, 14, up to 14.999. All are included, but 15 is not included, and so on here in this class. 25 to 30, 25 is included, 26, 27, 28, up to 29.999. Once you will get 30, and that number is not included in this class. Here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different classes. These are known as the classes. And 5 to 10, there is a gap of 5. That means 10 minus 5, you will get 5. 15 minus 10, that is 5. 20 minus 15, that is 5. 25 minus 20, that is 5. 30 minus 25, that is 5. These differences is known as magnitude of class interval. So here the magnitude of class interval is uniform throughout the classes. So we say this is a uniform distribution, uniformly distributed. Okay. Now this one is the lower limit. This 5 is the lower limit of first class interval. 10 is the upper limit of first class interval. And in this 10 to 15, this 10 is the lower limit for second class interval. 15 is the upper limit for second class interval, and so on. On this class 25 to 30, 25 is the lower limit and 30 is the upper limit. Look at this upper limit equals to this upper limit is equals to this lower limit, and this happens in case of in exclusive type classes. Now these are the frequencies. Now to calculate standard deviation for this given data set, first of all you have to calculate the mid value. Mid value, and say this one is x. Mid value is x, or you can write m also, but most of the time we'll write x. Okay. Now for this class interval 5 to 10, mid value is calculated by taking the sum of this lower limit and upper limit and dividing it by 2. That means 5 plus 10 equals to 15 divided by 2 equals to 15 by 2 is 7.5. Okay. 7.5 is the mid value for the first class interval. Now for the second class interval 10 to 15, mid value is 10 plus 15, that is 25, divided by 2, that is 12.5. So this 12.5 is the mid value for the given second class. For the given this third class interval, mid value is 20 plus 15 equals to 35, divided by 2 is 17.5. So 17.5 is the mid value for this third class interval. For this fourth class interval 20 to 25, mid value is calculated by using this, by taking sum of lower limit and upper limit and dividing it by 2. That is 20 plus 25 divided by 2, that is 45 by 2, that is 22.5. 22.5. And finally this class, last class interval 25 to 30, mid value is 30 plus 25, 55. 55 by 2 is 55, 27.5. Okay, 27.5. In this way, we will calculate mid values. Now the assumption behind this calculated mid value is we will assume that these numbers are all the numbers are concentrated around these values. So we will calculate mid values. That means there are different numbers between 5 to 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.1 up to 9.999. But most of the numbers will concentrate around this observation, around this value 7.5. So we will calculate mid value. This is just an assumption. Now next step is, you know the formula, S square. S square equals to 1 by n minus 1 summation frequency times x minus x bar whole square. This formula is used to calculate the value of variance. If you will take square root, you will get standard deviation. That means standard deviation is the square root of this entire term, this expression, okay, this value. Now, according to this formula, first of all, you need the value of x bar. So find the value of x bar. X bar is calculated by using x bar equals to 1 by n summation fx. So now you need next column for fx. F means frequency, x means observation here, mid values. So 7.5 into 1, that is 7.5, right here 7.5. You go on doing 12.5 into 2, that is 25, right here 25. 17.5 into 3, right here, okay. Calculate the product. Now take the sum. Once you will take the sum, you will get summation fx. Now divide this sum by total number of observations. That means 2 plus 1, 3, 3, 6, 7, 8 plus 1, 9. Divide it by 9, you will get arithmetic means. Now x bar is calculated. Look here. X bar. Now we know the value of x bar. This x bar, we know the value of x bar. Once you know the value of x bar, it is very easy to find the deviations. So now next you need is x minus x bar. That means deviation of each and every observation from the arithmetic mean. Okay, so x minus x bar. Now find your x minus x bar. This is x. These mid values acts as an x. So x minus x bar. Here x minus x bar. Find the values x minus x bar, x minus x bar, x minus x bar. Next is you need the value of x minus x bar whole square. Okay, whole square. Now again you have to square all these deviations. Square these terms. You have different values. Now once you will square, you will get other value. If they are negative, it will become positive. And if they are positive, it's positive. Okay. Now square all the deviations from arithmetic mean. Now next there is frequency times x minus x bar whole square. So now next column f x minus x bar whole square. Now it's very easy. Yeah. Look, here is frequency. So this frequency times this observation. This frequency times this observation. This frequency times this observation. Right here. Multiply all those and right here. And finally, there is sign of summation. So here is sum. Now, divide this total value by n minus 1. That means here n is 9. 9 minus 1 equals to 8. And you will get some value. That is the variance for this given data set. Now, you do in your paper and tell me what will be the value of s square in this case. I'll give you just 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay, maximum 10 minutes. Okay. Now start computing all these deviations, squares of the deviations and products, and find the sum and calculate the value of s square and tell me. I'll give you 10 minutes time. Okay. Now start. What? Got it? Also, any problem? If you face any problem, you can ask me, okay? It's a very simple problem and you can do it. I think you have done this type of problem in your school level, in your class 2 level.
Sorry, is it 37.5?
It may be, I have not calculated it.
We have to find S squared, right? S squared.
कति आयो बोला त?
S squared is 37.5.
Okay. It may be, right? But if your calculation is correct, it's true. I hope your calculation is correct because this one is the very, very simplest calculation. Okay. Now, find the square root of this 37.5. You will get the value of standard deviation. Calculate the value of square root of this 37.5. You will get the value of standard deviation.
6.12.
666 maybe 6.12. So 6.12. Now, what about the unit of measurement? If these are measured in terms of, say, meter, then the unit of measurement of this variance will be in terms of meter square, but the unit of measurement of this standard deviation will be in terms of meter. So don't forget to mention the unit of measurement if unit of measurement is provided in your original data. If your data set has some unit of measurement, say meter, rupee, kilogram, then you have to mention it. Otherwise, it is not necessary to mention because you don't know what is the unit of measurement. Okay. Now, do you have any question regarding this problem?
No, sorry.
No. Okay. Now, in case of inclusive type classes, this is the example for exclusive type classes. Now, next one is inclusive type classes. Okay. In case of inclusive type classes, we have class as before. Say 5 to 9. 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29. Okay, here are frequencies. Okay, again, frequencies are very simple. Say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now these are inclusive type classes. By inclusive type classes, we mean all the values, including lower and upper limits, are included in the given class interval. Look here. This one is the first class interval 5 to 9. In this class, a number 5 is included, 6, 7, 8, and 9 is also included. In this case, 10 to 14, this one is the second class interval. Here all the numbers 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 is included here. All are included. Here 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, all are included. Here 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24, all are included. Here 25 to 29, all are included. Now in this case, first step is to compute the class boundary. Class boundaries, BOUNDARIES, class boundaries. Okay. Now, this is 9, this one is 10. That means upper limit of first class is 9. Lower limit of second class is 10. So 10 minus 9 is 1. 1 divided by 2, that is 0.5. Now subtract 0.5 from the lower limit, add on upper limit. So here it will be 4.5 to 9.5. Similarly, here also, in case of second class interval, here is 10. 10 minus 0.5, that is 9.5, minus 14 plus 0.5, that is 14.5. 15 minus 0.5, that is 14.5, minus 2, this is not minus, actually 2, 19.5. 19.5 to 24.5. Here 24.5 to 29.5. These are the class boundaries. So we can compute class boundaries from the class intervals. If classes are arranged on inclusive type classes. Now these class boundaries are exclusive. These are all are inclusive type classes. Look here. These all are exclusive type classes. 4.5 to 9.5, 9.5 to 14.5, 14.5 to 19.5, 19.5 to 24.5, 24.5 to 29.5. Now these are exclusive type classes. Now you know how to calculate standard deviation for the exclusive type classes. First of all, find the value of x, that is mid value. Now you need x minus x bar as before. Next is you need x minus x bar whole square. Next unit is frequency times x minus x bar whole square. Now you need this sum, and formula is s square equals to 1 by n minus 1 summation frequency times x minus x bar whole square. Okay, now calculate all these values. First of all, calculate the value of x bar. You know x bar equals to 1 by n summation fx. So here you need fx also. Here you need fx. Okay. Now find the value of each and every steps, and finally calculate this s square. This one is class 1 for you right now. Time 10 minutes. Okay, now start. The process is similar to the previous one. केही प्रब्लम भयो भने मलाई सोध्न म यही छु
सर
भन
सर त्यो फर्स्ट क्लासको लागि हैन एक्स बार को भ्यालु क्याल्कुलेट कसरी गर्ने एउटा आइडिया रफ आइडिया दिनु
एक्स बार को लागि fx अब यहाँ x निकालेको छ हैन
हजुर
मिड भ्यालु अब यहाँ f छ अब यो फ्रिक्वेन्सी र यो x मल्टिप्लाई गरेर नि यहाँ राख्ने fx मा multiply this frequency and this value and here now sum here is summation fx is this one here n is 1 3 3 6 7 8 9
सर अघि के भ्यालु आयो सर
अघि के होला आयो होला किनभने यहाँ यस्तो छ 5 to 9 छ अहिलेकोमा 5 to 10 बनाएको छ त्यो अहिले के आयो होला किनभने त्यो हुन सक्छ ल भनेपछि s स्क्वायर को भ्यालु निकाल अब ल
s स्क्वायर के भ्यालु 37.5
ए अहिले के आयो
हजुर
ओके कति आयो 37 point कति
37.5
37.5 okay this is the value of variance for the given data set now if you take square root you will get the value of standard deviation ल एकछिन पढ्नु अरु सबैलाई यो गर्न दियो सबैले गरे यो कसैलाई के प्रब्लम भयो भने सोध है पछि प्र्याक्टिकल एक्जाममा बिगार्ने हैन नि तिमीहरु धेरै जस्तो प्र्याक्टिकल एक्जाममा बिगार्न आउँछ क्याल्कुलेसन that means you are not practicing all those problems seriously you have to practice them
सो एक्सक्लुसिभ इन्क्लुसिभ भने पनि डाटा त सेम हुन्छ नि सर सो भेरिएन्स त त्यसको सेम आउँछ नि हो
यस्तो हुन्छ for the given data है अब सुरुमा you have a raw data and based on that raw data you will prepare frequency distribution or group frequency distribution group means class frequency distribution and the variance will be same slightly point wise फरक आउन सक्छ डेसिमल को छ कहिले based on the class for example you can convert these classes to 5 to 14 15 to 24 and 25 to 29 and add these frequencies and you can calculate the value of s square but it will be slightly different थोरै फरक आउन सक्छ है जस्तो यस्तो तिम्रो क्लासमा 85 जना विद्यार्थी छौ 85 जनाको वेट को भेरिएन्स जुनसुकै तरिकाले क्याल्कुलेट गरे पनि मोरलेस त एउटै आउनु पर्छ नि जस्तो 2 आयो भने जुनसुकै तरिकाले पनि 2 नै आउनु पर्छ बट कुनै एउटा स्पेशल मेथडबाट 2.1 आउला अर्को मेथडबाट 2.2 आउला अथवा अर्कोमा 2.01 आउला स्लाइटली फरक पर्न सक्छ आफ्टर डेसिमल पोइन्ट है त डेसिमल पछाडी चाहिँ थोरै फरक पर्न सक्छ तर ओभरअलमा एउटै हुन्छ एउटै हुनु पर्छ नि त there is a unique variance of height for a class there is unique variance of weight ल भयो सबैले गरिसक्यो यो ल गरिसक्यो जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई है त यो इट्स सिम्पल नेक्स्ट हेरेछ नि अब कोएफिसिएन्ट अफ भेरिएसन CV equals to standard deviation divided by x bar into 100%. So now, the unit of measurement of coefficient of variation is in terms of percentage. Now calculate coefficient of variation for the previous data set. कति हुन्छ निकाल्नु त अघि भर्खर गरेको थियो नि प्रब्लम त्यसको कोएफिसिएन्ट अफ भेरिएसन कति आउँछ you know the value of standard deviation, you know the value of arithmetic mean. Now divide the value of standard deviation by arithmetic mean and multiply it by 100. You will get the value of coefficient of variation in terms of percentage. कति आउँछ ल भन्नु न कति आयो
%, sir.
Okay, 36%. यही मेथड गरेको नि हैन x by x bar भनेर 36% हो
यो कोएफिसिएन्ट अफ भेरिएसन चाहिँ एक्सक्लुसिभ कोमा चाहिँ छुट्टै आउँछ सर किनकि त्यसको चाहिँ
मेन फरक होला नि त
हजुर 17.5 थियो नि त त्यसको अनि यसको चाहिँ 17 छ त्यही भएर अलि
कति आयो कति फरक आयो
एक्सक्लुसिभको 36% अनि एक्सक्लुसिभको चाहिँ सर
कति
just a minute sir 34.97
त्यस्तो फरक त नआउनु पर्ने हो त्यो मिन म्याक्सिटी चेक गरेर फेरि है त नियर एबाउट आउँछ त्यस्तो फरक चाहिँ आउँदैन है ल अब यो कुन बेलामा युज गर्ने कोएफिसिएन्ट अफ भेरिएसन यसको एप्लिकेसन के हो त भन्दाखेरि इफ फर्स्ट वान इज इफ यु हेभ टु डिफरेन्ट डेटा सेट एन्ड दे आर मेजर्ड बाई डिफरेन्ट युनिट्स अफ मेजरमेन्ट you will use coefficient of variation to measure the variation, to compare the variation. जस्तै यो चाहिँ in terms of meter measure गरेको छ एउटा डेटा सेट अर्को डेटा सेट in terms of kilogram measure गरेको छ भने कुन डेटामा बढी भेरिएसन छ दिस अर दिस हेर्नु पर्यो भने coefficient of variation जस्तो फर एक्जाम्पल तिमीहरूको हाइट र वेट अब 85 स्टुडेन्ट्स हो तिमीहरू 85 स्टुडेन्ट्सको मेन हाइट निकाल्न सकिन्छ अनि स्ट्यान्डर्ड डिभिजन अफ हाइट पनि निकाल्न सकिन्छ तर हाइटमा बढी भेरिएसन छ कि वेटमा बढी भेरिएसन छ टेस्ट गर्नु पर्यो भने कोएफिसिएन्ट अफ भेरिएसन युज गर्ने किन बिकज दे आर मेजर्ड बाइ डिफरेन्ट युनिट्स अफ मेजरमेन्ट फर्स्ट सेकेन्ड दिस वान इज मोर रिलायबल कम्पेयर्ड टु रेन्ज बिकज दिस इज बेस्ड अन इच एन्ड एभ्री अब्जर्भेसन इन केस अफ रेन्ज इज बेस्ड ओन्ली अन टु एक्सट्रिम अब्जर्भेसन्स द्याट इज म्याक्सिमम एन्ड मिनिमम but standard deviation is based on each and every observation, so it is more reliable. Third one is, if your standard deviation is very, very high, then you have to use coefficient of variation to measure the variation. For example, if you want to measure or if you want to compare the variation between area of ear of an elephant and area of ear of say mouse, both are measured by say in terms of centimeter square, but area of an ear of an elephant is too large, so in this case you will use coefficient of variation. That means तिमीहरुसँग दुईटा अथवा तीनवटा डेटा सेट छ कुनै एउटाको चाहिँ भेरिएन्स एकदमै हाई छ भने त्यो बेलामा कम्पेयर गर्नको लागि पनि कोएफिसिएन्ट अफ भेरिएसन युज गरिन्छ ओके दिस इज अल अबाउट coefficient of variation, standard deviation and variance. So now you are clear about standard deviation, variance h square and coefficient of variance. Okay, now first one is if you are dealing with population, then you will use sigma for standard deviation and sigma square for variance and into 100% for coefficient of variation. This is for population. But if you are dealing for sample, then you'll use S for sample standard deviation, S square for sample variance, and S divided by X bar whole into 100% for coefficient of variation. Okay, this is all about sample standard deviation, sample variance, and sample coefficient of variation. This is about population standard deviation, population variance, and population coefficient of variation. Okay. Do you have any question to ask? के सोध्नु पर्ने तिमीहरुलाई?
No, sir.
अनि धेरै सिम्पल बेसिक कुराहरु हो. ओके. त्यसैले अब तिमीहरुको त्यो बुक टेक्स्ट बुक रोस्नर मैले अस्ति नै भनेको थिएँ डाउनलोड गर्नु भनेर कसले डाउनलोड गर्यो आई डोन्ट नो. ROSNER हो यो बुकबाट तिमीहरुले के गर्ने न्यूमेरिकल प्रोब्लेमहरु प्र्याक्टिस गर्ने. अनि त्यो फाइलमा पनि रेकर्ड फाइल त्यसमा पनि पछि कलेज सुरु भएपछि अब अहिले त किनेको छैन होला कलेज बन्द छ पछि कलेज खुलेपछि रेकर्ड फाइल पनि किन्ने त्यसमा पनि सब लेख्ने रेकर्ड गर्ने है त. दिसमा सक्नु. अनि नेक्स्ट क्लासमा हामी अरु पढाउनु है. के सोध्नु पर्ने यसमा?
No, sir.
ल त्यसमा नै बाइ बाइ.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.